How did your family react when the golden child finally dropped their mask? I walked into my parents' house expecting Sunday dinner. Instead, I saw balloons, streamers, my whole family yelling, "Surprise!" That's when I saw my brother Julian standing in the middle of the room. My blood ran cold. I hadn't seen him in 5 years, not since the trial. My mother grabbed my arm. "He's home early. Isn't it wonderful?" Julian walked toward me, arms open. "I've missed you, little sis." He pulled me into a hug. I forced myself to hug him back, plastering on the most sincere smile I could, but my heart was pounding and I felt like throwing up. My family had no idea what I'd actually done, and I prayed Julian didn't either. You see, 5 years ago, Julian's girlfriend Mara showed up at my apartment at 2 a.m. Her face was swollen, black and purple, one eye completely shut. She was holding her ribs. "He's going to kill me," she whispered. "If I go back, he's going to kill me." I took her to the hospital immediately. Broken ribs, fractured eye socket, internal bleeding. The doctors called the police, but Mara was terrified to talk. Julian had told her if she ever said anything, he'd finish what he started, so the police needed more. They needed corroboration. That's when I stepped up. I gave them an anonymous statement. I told them about the bruises I'd seen on Mara's arms, the way she flinched when he walked behind her. My testimony put Julian away for 5 years. I never told my family it was me. I knew what would happen if I did. My whole life, Julian was the golden child. Everyone adored him, but he had anger issues, outbursts that my parents called passion. When he broke things, my parents said his brain was wired differently. When he hurt people, they said he couldn't control it. After his arrest, my mother cried for weeks. Not for Mara, for Julian. "That girl provoked him," she said. "My father hired 3 lawyers trying to get the charges dropped, meaning if they knew I was the one who helped put him away, they would never forgive me. That's why I stayed silent." But now Julian was home, sitting across from me at dinner, smiling at me like everything was perfect. At first, everyone laughed and caught up, told Julian how much they'd missed him, how unfair the whole thing was. He laughed with them, but every few minutes Julian would look at me. Not a normal look, something cold behind it. I told myself I was imagining it. He couldn't know. The testimony was anonymous, but he kept looking. "You've been quiet tonight," my mother turned to me. "Aren't you happy your brother's home?" I forced a smile. "Of course, just tired from exam season." Julian smiled at me from across the table and suddenly spoke. "After dinner, I was hoping we could catch up, just the two of us. I've missed my little sister." My heart dropped. I felt my blood literally go cold, but my parents beamed. "That's so sweet. You two always had such a special bond." After dessert, Julian found me in the hallway. Dad's study room. Now, his voice was different, cold. I followed him. He closed the door behind us immediately. For a moment, he just stood there, looking at me. "I had a lot of time to think in prison," he said. "Julian, I thought about the trial," he cut me off. "About the evidence, about the anonymous testimony." He stepped closer. "The one that mentioned things only someone close to me would know." My heart was pounding. I was terrified. "It was you," he said. My legs suddenly trembled. "I don't know what you're—" He grabbed my arm, cutting me off, squeezed hard. I felt his fingers digging in. "Don't lie to me." His voice was low, controlled. "You're the reason I spent years in a cage. My own sister. You almost killed her, Julian. You broke her ribs. You fractured her skull." His grip tightened. Pain shot up my arm. "She provoked me. She knew what would happen and pushed anyway. Let go of me. You destroyed my life." He raised his voice. I said let go. I screamed. That's when the door burst open. My parents, my aunt, everyone crowded into the hallway. Julian released my arm immediately, stepped back. His face shifted. Suddenly he looked wounded, confused. "What happened?" My father looked between us. "She attacked me," Julian said. His voice cracked. "I just wanted to talk and she started screaming and hitting me. I was defending myself." I held up my arm, red marks already forming where his fingers had been. He grabbed me. He threatened me. My mother looked at my arm, then at Julian, then back at me. "What did you say to provoke him?" I felt the floor drop out from under me. He grabbed me. "Look at my arm. You know how sensitive he is," my father said. "You know he has trouble controlling his reactions. Why would you antagonize him on his first night home?" Julian was looking at me, that small smile again. He knew they'd take his side. They always did. "He beat a woman half to death," I said, "and you're still defending him." "How dare you bring up a misunderstanding from the past?" my mother yelled. "He's done his time. He's changed." I looked at all their faces, my parents, my aunt, my uncle, all of them looking at me like I was the problem. Julian hadn't changed, and neither had they. I walked out without a word. 7 months later, Julian put his new girlfriend in the ICU. This time, I testified against him openly, gave a full character statement. My family literally screamed at me in the courtroom and had to be escorted out. Julian got 15 years. My family hasn't spoken to me since, but I've never slept better.